And we are live. Good evening. Good evening. Hey, Flea. I know we're late, you guys, because my cameras are, I don't know. I do not know why they decide that they want to work sometimes and sometimes they don't. And my integrated camera isn't working, which is weird. So let's see what's going on with that one. But in the interim, babe, if you want to say hi to everybody, hey, how you doing?
There's Flea.
Oh, okay. I don't know if there's anybody on Facebook.
Nobody at the moment.
Oh, okay. Integrated webcam. Your camera is reporting that it is blocked or turned off. Oh, Lord, have mercy for Jesus. I didn't block it or turn it off. So why is it doing that? Yeah, every time I think I have technology figured out, like, you know, there's something. Let me see. Oh, no, not audio. That's working, right? Extra camera settings. Maybe it's over here. No. 7:20. Okay, so there's no me tonight. I'm sorry. Which I think will be fine. Can you guys hear us okay though? Excuse me. I wonder why. Let me make sure my membership isn't open somewhere. Maybe that's what's like.
Yeah, Connie says she can hear you.
Okay. And that is the important part, right? That you guys can see the table. You don't need to see me. Wow. There is no other app that's on. That is so weird. Emo. Good evening, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this beautiful Sunday night. Is my mic on? Oh, my mic isn't even on. Okay. They must be hearing me through the computer.
Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy for Jesus. Default mic. Oh yeah, it is. It's using the default mic. This one's called the rodeo mic. Okay. Can you guys hear me better now? Okay. I'm hoping you guys can hear me better. I sincerely apologize. I could use my phone, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. And even when it's not fine, it's fine. Okay, babe. Did you say hi to everybody already and I wasn't paying attention?
All right, on YouTube, we've got Flea, Karen Nance, Elizabeth Geis, Laura Andrews, Redeemed, Vanessa Starr, and Doris R. And on Facebook, I see Connie Berkram, Chris Schmidt, and Flea again.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Before we get started, I want to talk about the contest because I think I have it all done. I don't have an assistant anymore, you guys. So I'm being a part time programmer over here, but I think I got it. I think it's good. For the contest, if you guys haven't heard, Roycycled is sponsoring a contest. We have two divisions, professional and hobbyist. And then in each division, there are three categories. There's furniture, there's home decor, and there's art. So those are the three categories in the two divisions. If you like have a creative business, you have a booth, you're painting furniture to sell, you're selling products, then you would be considered a professional. If you are a hobbyist and you love creating for your home or just because, then you would compete under the hobbyist. And I even have two different slates of judges. I did not want my hobbyists to get nervous when I start announcing who the judges are. So you guys have another slate of judges, and then my professionals, you guys have a different slate of judges. And I don't have all of my prizes pinned down exactly, but I did want to go over some of the prizes that I do have for sure. I just haven't put them on the website yet because I still have to pin down two more people for specifics. But IOD has agreed to be a sponsor, but they were prepping for their launch, doing their launch, and then post-launch. So I'm not going to bug Erin until this coming up week because I know that they've been insanely busy. And Pint Art USA is a sponsor definitively, but Megan and I don't have an appointment until Thursday. And so I will have more details on what prizes are available from those two brands after I meet with them. But right now, for professionals, for first place, it's a $100 gift card from Wise Owl Paint, 10 sheets of decoupage paper, 30 days on the cover of the Roycycled Treasures Facebook page. And for my professionals, please be sure and put your logos on your pieces that you submit, because that's just an additional, what's the word I'm looking for, babe? Promotion. It wasn't the word, but we'll use that, promotion. And then I want to do an interview with you. Just talk about you and your brand and what you do and all that. So that's first place for furniture, for professional furniture. Second place, 3 months free on Social Divas business coaching. Serena is my coach, and she's helped me grow my brand tremendously. A prepping pack. Oh, I don't have the value of that yet. It's like this eco-friendly stripper, and I think there's a sanding pad, and there's like these special little sanding things. It's like a whole pack. And then 5 sheets of decoupage paper. And then third place, I have mystery box, and then 3 decoupage packs. So you guys know that I have sold a lot of products in the years of Roycycled, and right now I'm only carrying Roycycled products, but I have a ton of inventory. The reason why I'm not telling you guys what's going to be in the box, because the companies in my mystery boxes are not sponsors, so they don't get to be mentioned, but you still get good stuff. So just know, a really good mystery box. And then for home decor, for professional, first place is, oh, I have that on there. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that I can get I won't say it. Something from Pint Art, 10 sheets of decoupage paper. Second place, mystery box, 5 sheets of decoupage paper. Third place, mystery box, and 3 sheets of decoupage paper. And then for art, 10-piece decoupage paper pack, mystery box, and Pint Art. I'm forgetting stuff on there, huh? I don't have second and third for art. But you guys get the idea, though. We have really good prices. For a hobbyist, first place is a mystery box, 10 sheets of decoupage paper. And remember, I haven't spoken to 2 of my sponsors, so this list is only going to get bigger. Second place, prepping package, and a 5-pack of decoupage paper. Third place is a mystery box and 3 sheets of decoupage paper. Hobbyist home decor, something from Pint Art, 10 sheet of decoupage pack. Second place, mystery box, 5 sheets of paper. Third place, mystery box, and 3 sheets of paper. And then for art, 10 pieces of decoupage paper. One of our brands does have some new art supplies. I'm pretty sure we're going to end up with something for this category. And so I am still working through the prizes, but I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what the prizes are going to be. And when I say mystery box, you guys, you're not going to get like, I don't know. It's really good stuff. It's not like bogus. It's going to be really, really good stuff, because I have a ton of stuff in my warehouse, and even here in my shed, I'm looking at like a ton of stuff over there hanging on the wall. So this is a good way for me to let go of some things, and to also bless those of you who participate in the contest. And they will be new things, not like used things. So these will be new packages of products, paint, stuff. So enter the contest. If you want to know where to go or where to get more information on how to enter the contest, oh man, I think I forgot to upload it on here. Good night. I just spent 5 minutes right before we came on. I'll get it loaded before the end of the night so you guys can know where to go. I did put a link on the Roycycled Treasures decoupage paper today, and so you guys can go check it out. If you have any issues, please reach out to me. Don't be discouraged. There is no such thing as stupid questions. It may be user error, me being the user, by the way. So make sure to reach out to me if you have any problems getting your pieces in. You will have to log into Google in order to submit your pieces. I apologize for that, but it was the only way that I could set up a system that I could do on my own. So it's just kind of where we are. even if you are not on Facebook, you can still participate in the contest. The People's Choice will happen on Facebook, but you're going to be submitting through my system, and I'll be uploading all the entries onto Facebook. So even if you're not right now on Facebook, you can still enter the contest. The People's Choice will happen on Facebook, and then we'll have a judge's choice as well. So you get 2 chances to win in each category, and you can enter up to 2 pieces in each category. I know I said 1, but I changed it to 2 because the last time it was unlimited. We're not going to do that. That'll be a little much, but we can do 2. So each person, you can put 2 pieces in each category. You will have to fill out a brand new form for each upload. And I apologize ahead of time, but on the back end, it just makes it easier for us to manage, and it helps us keep everything organized. So are there any questions, baby?
We have one unrelated to the contest.
Okay.
And I think I can answer it. Elizabeth
Ooh.
Geis asks, did you ever make a paper of an American flag? And I can answer, no.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yes, it was years ago, and it was called burlap flag, I think. But it's like really faded, and it's made out of like burlap ribbon. You know, the stuff that they put on the bottom of chairs.
Right.
It's that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was called Freedom. What was the name of it? Are there any retailers here?
It's an out of stock, though, right?
Well, it is
Or discontinued?
retired. I think we just retired it, but there may be retailers who still have it. I think she's asking because she has a piece that she made with that, possibly, and so she's seeing if it's a decoupage.
Oh, she says no, it is related. It's related to the contest.
Yeah.
So Elizabeth has an idea.
She does, and I got your thing, Elizabeth. I just hadn't gotten a chance to like look up the name, so I could tell you exactly what it is and send you a picture. It's been a little crazy around here, just a little bit. You guys know that I will be a contributor for the Turquoise Iris magazine. Yeah, all my stuff is due today, and I decided that I was going to paint a painting 21 by 36 this week for the magazine. Craziness, absolute madhouse over here. But I digress. Let's get started on the fun stuff. So today,
we gotta go.
No, I have this. You guys, I bought this at the thrift store. I'm sure somebody had an event and they made these. They may have had like table numbers or something on there. I don't know. But I bought all of them because you guys know how we do. I do think, though, that whoever was having this event probably got behind schedule and they asked a friend to help them that wasn't detail oriented, because there's like tons of glue on here. And if you are that friend who helped them, I'm sorry. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying there's like glue oozing out everywhere. And so I'm just going to cut that glue off. I know that you guys have probably done that. You find some craft supply at the thrift store and maybe you pass up on it because of stuff like this, but you know, we can clean it up. So I'm just going to cut that off of there. And then I think we're going to have enough texture that you won't be able to see it by the time we're done. And hopefully I don't pop the whole thing off. That would be funny, not funny.
Flea says it looks like the name of the paper is Union Liberty.
Yes, Union and Liberty. Thank you, Flea. And it is a really neutral design. And it is a flag. And that's about the only thing that I have that is specifically kind of Americana.
I do not recall that piece. I'd have to see it.
It's a really old design.
Pardon?
It's a really, really old design.
Yeah.
But usually I used to order it like every summer because I'd get some people order it. But I believe it was on the retired list just recently, just because I have to retire stuff, you guys. I don't want to have my poor retailers trying to maintain like, 500 SKUs. So it's just, and you guys can see, right? This is like one of those little square pieces from the store. This looks like those little wooden wheels that you get in the craft section, and then a block, and then they just glued a little finial. So it's super cute. It just needs a little zhuzhing. So let's zhuzh it.
So Karen Moyer says, please don't slice your hand.
I know. I was watching myself, Karen.
And on the other YouTube, the vertical YouTube.
Oh, yeah. If
Um,
you're on the vertical YouTube and you would rather see it horizontally, pop out of that one and look for the horizontal one.
But if you're on your phone and you like the vertical, that's fine.
Yes.
So we've got Vic's Picks and Flips and Jolene DeVitt.
Hello.
So just want to make sure, let everybody know that we don't have a youngster here. He's with mom and dad. Well, he's with dad. And I can actually use all my devices.
Oh, I know, huh? No zombies, Plants vs. Zombies tonight.
Oh, there is. I'm playing.
No. Damar has gotten David hooked on Plants vs. Zombies, you guys. So now he's playing it. So what I'm doing right now, you guys, I'm mixing a couple of things of, okay. I feel like I'm all like, what do you say when I'm all excited, baby? What do you call it?
Discombobulated?
No, when I drink a lot of coffee, what do you say?
Oh, you're jacked up.
Yeah, he says I'm jacked up. I'm a little jacked up and unfocused right now. I apologize. So I'm going to be using, this is Amy Howard's milk paint, and this color is Starborough White. So it's just a white milk paint. And I also have some Sweet Pickins and Pickle pulled out. So these are the two paints I'm going to be using today.
Steel Roots Market says she might have the paper.
Oh, yes. If any of you retailers who are on here have that paper, please put the link in the comments. Thank you. If you are a Roycycled retailer, please put your comments. Please put your websites where customers can buy your papers in the comments, please.
And is Cindy Nygaard new or not?
Cindy Nygaard. Why don't that name sounds like
Doesn't
I just
it?
talked to you recently about something. What did I talk to you about, Cindy?
She's from Staten Island, and I don't recall anybody saying they're from Staten Island before.
No.
So that's why I asked.
I think she's in my membership. Is it Nygaard? I am so horrible. She's probably like, Royce, I'm in the membership. I see you all the time. I'm sorry. It is, isn't it?
That's, to my knowledge, that's our first Staten Island.
No, Cindy's been around for a while, I think.
Okay.
These are like clips, you guys. They are clipboard clips, and these are from Tim Holtz. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to attach these later. So my plan is to decorate this and then put these clips on here. And I'll be using these at the Roycycled Retreat, no doubt. And then I can just make little signs, and then we can clip them right on here so that this is like interchangeable. And I do have two clips, but I think I'm only going to put a clip on one side. So I have my thrifted sign, my Tim Holtz clips, and then what else am I using tonight? And I don't know which paper I'm using. The two I have pulled out are the Scrappy Masterboard and the Paintable Botanical are the two papers I have pulled out. Maybe we'll do two personalities on each side like we've done in the past. I don't know. We will see. I couldn't make up my mind. And if we have enough time, we'll do some crackle-lacking. And yes, I'm officially addicted to crackle. But I also wanted to have a conversation with you guys about the crackle because I think I may have led you astray. So we'll have a conversation about sealing it appropriately. I am so sad that my front-facing camera isn't working. I keep looking in the camera, but y'all can't see me. So this is the white. I'm going to set this aside. I probably should have done well, it doesn't really matter. We're going to let that marinate for a few minutes. And then this is the green. So we're going to go ahead and mix that. I don't want any moisture in my paint though, so I'm going to wipe my spoon off first. Were there any questions about the contest? Who's going to participate?
Well, we have no questions about the contest.
No questions? Are you guys really? Nothing? Bueller.
Kathy said real estate joins from Minnesota.
Hello.
What part of Minnesota? Always ask.
So I'm doing equal parts water to milk paint in these little pots that I'm making.
Well, Jolene DeVitt said she finally got my crackle to work after watching the Quick Crafts.
Oh, good. I know. I had one of my members say the same thing, that she's been trying. And after watching, I guess after you watch me do it over and over again, it's bound to happen, huh? I do love the crackle, though, I have to say. Ah!
Connie Berkram says she plans on participating in the contest.
Ooh, Connie makes some beautiful stuff too. I cannot wait to see. Now, Connie, I'm making assumptions, but are you going to be doing in the art, category? I'm excited about the art category because I've never done that category before. And Tana asked a really good question. She asked what was the difference between like home decor and art, which is really a legitimate question because sometimes we make mixed media pieces and we may make it on something that we would consider home decor, right? And so it is in the Q&A section. I tried to outline it for you guys super clearly, but ultimately at the end of the day, you decide, right? This is your work. So you're the one who gets to decide what it is, not moi.
Kathy she's a cities girl. She's outside of St. Paul. Hugo.
Okay. Since we don't need to, this is already white. So I'm just going to clean it real quick with some alcohol. I'm not going to waste painting it because it's already white. And it looks like they used like shiny. So I don't think it's going to bleed. Well, if it hasn't bled by now, it's not going to bleed now.
Connie says art and home decor. Lisa Vansel says she's trying and she has something, but she's struggling.
Are you struggling to get it uploaded, Lisa?
Let's see. Jolene DeVitt is thinking of participating. So is Elizabeth Geis.
Do it.
Hey, don't cost nothing.
I know. And you sharing your work may inspire somebody else too. I'm just cleaning this really good. You know what? I might, because do I want white showing through our paint? Is that what we want to show underneath? Yes, because we want it to be fresh. So I'm going to leave it. And let's decide what we're going to do for decoupage first.
Carol said she was having difficulty getting on here. I don't know why.
I don't know.
It looks like it's working, other than one camera and a second microphone.
Yeah, I don't have a second camera tonight, so I do like it better when I feel like I'm looking at you guys, though. It feels weird when it's just the overhead camera.
Lisa says she's struggling getting her mind's eye on the piece.
Oh, I see. I don't want you guys to overthink it. Submit the piece. And for my hobbyists, you guys, we're going to have your peers are going to be judges. So you'll have the people's choice, and then we have a slate of judges who've agreed to be judges. Because for the professional group, we do have, I guess I can tell you guys who the judges are. I'll be making an official announcement this week, but we have Jane Volante is going to be one of our judges for the professional division. Dion from the Turquoise Iris will be one of the judges. Angela Witzel from Dogwood Exchange will be one of the judges for the professional. And then our fourth judge will be Lynn from L&J Good. So those are going to be the slate of judges for the professional category. And then we're going to have another slate of judges for our hobbyists. And the reason why I did that was because I didn't want you guys to feel like intimidated or, you know. So I really want you to participate because there is no losing.
Yeah. So Jolene says she's very new at making projects, and Elizabeth says I feel mine will be too plain and boring.
No such thing.
Yeah, I know in the past contests there's never a negative.
No.
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how new you are. Doesn't matter if you're comfortable doing just one thing, you will get supported.
And then you know how it is. If you've ever been to an in-person event, you finish your project and you're like, well, it's okay. And then everyone walks around and they ooh and ah over everyone else's work and they say theirs is okay. You know what I mean? When the reality is everyone's is beautiful.
Yeah, this isn't a grade school science fair.
No.
Captain Hubis says, I was going to enter, but I'm working on a furniture piece and it won't be done in time.
And if you have a past piece that you've done, you can enter that too.
Madonna Crazy Rep, when does the judging start?
So the contest closes on the, oh, criminies, it's on the cover. It's the 18th It's the 15th to the 27th or the 28th, I believe. So once the contest closes, then the judging will start, because after it closes, I have the task of going through all the entries and getting everything organized. And what will happen is I'll upload them onto albums on the Roycycled Treasures Facebook page, and then people can like. So there won't be any comments, because that was the problem with my last contest. And the one who gets the most likes in each category will win the People's Choice. And then the judges will review the entries outside of Facebook. Like, I don't want them to be swayed by, People's Choice. I want it to be a separate contest. And so they'll be looking at them inside of my not database. I have Google folders for each category. So they'll be reviewing the entries there, and they'll be narrowing it down and making decisions on that side. So
you're basically creating a drive.
Yeah. That's why we have a sheet for every category,
Right.
so that each category has its own folder, and that way all of the photos are organized and everybody is where they're supposed to be.
Let's see.
I think I'm going to use this one, Scrappy.
Lisa Pencil says, "Be sure to reach out to for input. I tried it with my kids and others, but they give me the blank stare." You're in the group right now.
Yeah.
Literally, just talk to the folks here, because even if they're entering, they're not going to give you bad advice.
No, I think we're very this community is pretty.
This is not a competitive group. This is a supportive group.
It better be. I'm just kidding. Yes, it is my desire that it be a supportive group. I am going to choose pieces that are more like background and that don't have a clear subject, just because we're going to be putting that clip on top. And rather than using the ones where there's a bird or a butterfly, like something specific.
May I suggest we do a quick break, because Kelly O'Neill Ashness says, thinking about going to the retreat in Arizona, are there any spots left?
There are spots still available for the retreat. I do encourage you to sign up. Let me get the link for you.
But I really encourage jumping on it right now, because I've got a couple of people that have made inquiries, and I don't want to see anybody shut out who wants to get there.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go, jump on it, is what I'm saying.
Where is my... Y'all should see, I need to clean out my folder. I have so many things in here. It's just ridiculous. Retreat info. So here is the QR code. If you're on YouTube, you can use the QR code to find information about the retreat. If you're on Facebook, you can just put retreat. It doesn't even, either way. Yeah. And you will get a message from through Messenger giving you information on the retreat. I am just going to trim this paper really quickly, you guys. And while I'm trimming this paper, I am going to play a video for you guys. It's like less than a minute, I promise. It's not long. And it is about the retreat. I'm trying to find one. We'll do this one.
Come for the community. Come and just feel this freedom to be yourself and to learn in a very safe space. Come for the freedom of all of that and just be a woman in a space that's safe for women.
And you guys, I did not pay anyone to say any of these wonderful things about my retreat. We did exit interviews afterwards, and these are the things I've been sharing with you guys, are generally what the ladies had to say about their experience at the retreat. It is going to be here in downtown Safford at a beautiful location. I'll show another video in a few minutes so you guys can see the venue. That's literally the name of it, by the way, the venue. I think that's perfect, right? That's going to be so pretty with some crackle over it. And then on the other side, I want to do another kind of a neutral. You guys see, I love this paper. I've already chopped it up to bits, but this is the beauty of the master boards. You can use this as one big piece for something, but you also have like so many yummy bits that you can use. I got red on here, some pink. I think I did that during one of our membership projects. That's really not pink in real life. I'm not a doctor in real life. Sorry, that's what I thought about when I said that. Remember those commercials? I play a doctor on TV. No, that's what it was. Then why are you talking to me about my health if you play a doctor on TV? And I'm running my fingers along this edge so that like mark paper, and then I can see where I need to trim, because I like to save as much paper as possible for other projects. Oh man, I don't know which line is right, so I'm gonna do it right here. Although if I have scraps, I just use those for other stuff. I'll just go across here. If I have little bitty bits, I can use them for collage. I can use them for smaller projects. Even if they just serve as like visual texture behind something. Oh, I should use this one. Oh, I know I'm going to cut this right here. Okay. So if you guys have any questions about the retreat or the contest, please let me know. If I have a copying fit, I apologize ahead of time. Damar left us to go with his dad last week, and he left us with germs, y'all. Y'all should see my nose. I look like Rudolph. Maybe that's why the universe is being nice to me and not letting me be on camera, because I look a mess. Let's see. Dang it, I wasted paper. But it's okay. I'll use it for something else. And whenever I'm trimming, I'm still going to cut over just a little bit, just in case I was off a little bit. I'm leaving myself a small margin of error. And I can also, like, you know how sometimes you change your mind? You guys know how we are. You've decided where you're going to put it, but you change your mind and you want to put it somewhere else. I leave myself choices as well. Flea. Flea says she stands by her word. Now I can't see it because it's on the screen. It was such a wonderful experience. Excited to do it, to be at this year's retreat. Thank you, Flea. And Flea, you guys, she's working on doing something. I mean, it's going to be at the retreat, but it's her thing separate from what I'm doing for the retreat. And that is going to be a craft exchange. So like everyone's bringing, you guys know how we are. We all have craft supplies that we purchased like 5 years ago, and we don't want to get rid of it because we might need it for something, but we haven't used it yet. So Flea is going to do an exchange. So you can bring something that you purchased and you haven't used yet, and you can exchange it for something else that you might use. So that sounds like fun to me too. This little piece is so yummy. I have a label here, a little pin, another one in the back. I have some measuring tape on here, a little piece of torn paper, some typography. There are so many yummy bits on this one. I'm excited. And I'm choosing pieces with a lot of green because I'm going to be painting the space around it with the pickle green milk paint. And so let's get started decoupaging. Aww. Lisa, good food, great people, gorgeous creativity, will create amazing memories with true friendship for life. You know, it's interesting for me to see the friendships that were formed at my retreat extend above and like outside of the retreat. Because I see some of the ladies have gone to different conferences together and they met at the retreat. So I'm just going to decoupage this on here, you guys. Super easy peasy. This poses a little bit of a challenge here on the bottom, but I'm just going to scooch it down a little bit and we'll deal with that when it's time to trim. So I'm going to mist my paper. And you guys, tomorrow is the first day for Mixed Media Monday. I have to tell you guys, when I was deciding on what to do tonight, I was like torn because now that I have a day dedicated to mixed media, I'm like, I don't want to do mixed media on Sunday if we're going to be doing that on Monday. It's making it a little bit more complicated when I'm thinking about what projects I'm going to do. But tomorrow is our first Mixed Media Monday. I haven't given out the game yet. I'll give it out tomorrow. So I created a game, and you'll be able to get it. It's 2 pages, but I challenge you to, if you're just starting, just pick like a few that you want to do, not all of them. Of course, I've done all 2 pages, and I've made these popsicle sticks. So in my Amazon shop, I do have the exact popsicle sticks that I've used, but I do believe they have tongue suppressors at Dollar Tree. And you guys can see, like, I have decoupage, I put the little one here, and then it says use decoupage scraps. So each one of these is a challenge. Like last Sunday, if you guys were here, we picked 3, and then I had to use all 3 of those things. So it might be paint, paint white, paint with bright colors, DIY tape, DIY stamp, DIY collage paper. I have to use that. Stencils, pair stencils with your decoupage paper, or do a raised stencil. So there's a category here at the top, and then there's challenges under each category. And so what this does is it kind of pushes us outside of what we normally do and challenges us to try things. And you just never know what you're going to discover or what process you're going to find that you love. And so if you would like to meet me here, live on Monday mornings. I'll be live every morning, and it's going to be 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's early, but that allows me to come live with you guys and still have the whole day. When I do it later in the day, it really does disrupt my whole day, y'all. Because you guys know I'm neurodivergent. And so if I have something to do in the middle of the day, I won't get anything done all morning because I have something to do in a little bit. Anyways. It's a Royce thing. But if I can get it done in the morning, then I have the rest of my day to be able to get other things done. So I think it's going to work out good. I haven't scheduled it yet, though. I ran out of time today. I was trying to get that dang painting hung on the wall so I could get my photos done for the magazine. Y'all pray for me. And I've answered the question twice. And so now I have the struggle of figuring out which ones I'm going to use. Why did I do that to myself? Why? And you guys see how when I wet that paper and I put it on the decoupage medium, like it doesn't respond at all. No wrinkles, no ripples, de nada, nada. Let's dry this and get it trimmed, and then we'll do the other side. You can do it every day, but I know. I love y'all, but I went every day for 30 days. That was hard. And I have friends, like my friend Jersey Kim, I think she goes live every day. I don't know how they do it. Alyssa, my dad always said my mind is so clean because I change it often. Now that's funny. You keep Karen. I know that I've seen your space, girl. I know it looks like mine. Karen's in my membership, and we'll be talking about. Remember back in the day when they had this product? Don't y'all know she probably has it? Oh, I'm excited. I want to participate in the exchange. I have stuff. Like I'm gonna have time. I might. We'll see what happens. I will say that when you're using the misting method for your decoupage, you guys, that you may find you need to put down a little bit more decoupage medium than you normally would. I think it's because the paper's already full of like the moisture from the water, and so it's not readily absorbing the glue as quickly. It'll still adhere. Just make sure that you have enough. Just don't puddle it. It's a bit of a dance. Oh, I love this paper so much. You guys, I had way too much fun making this. I had to literally tell myself to stop adding stuff. There are so many layers. And I don't know how many of you guys have seen this paper in person. If you have, you know what I'm talking about. Keep yours. There will be plenty for your visit to the warehouse. I've actually, I have somebody new. I shouldn't even say this. Never mind. I have somebody new helping me at the warehouse, and she is a woman, and it makes a really big difference. She's gone through all my papers and organized them. and like sorted through them. So you guys will have a much better time going through the retired designs this year because they'll be more organized. I'm going to leave that for a little bit. I just wanted it dry enough. So after you decoupage, if you like touch your paper when it's still tacky and you lift up your finger, you know how you can like lift up some of the ink off the top. So I just wanted to dry that enough so that that doesn't happen. And then we can go ahead and decoupage the back. I cannot believe it's 6:45 already. I've been yapping tonight. I've been running around today, so I'm all jacked up, as my husband says. It's true. Trying to get all the things done for all the things. I don't know if I have enough time in this lifetime for all of the ideas that I have in my head. So I'm just putting down a really generous amount. And you guys, I have, I like to keep my products in these like, como se dice, latex cups. And so this is just regular like varnish in here, but it's probably been in here for about a week. And so it's thickened up a little bit, but it's kind of the perfect consistency. I kind of like it. It's kind of creamy almost because it's drying out a little bit. And I'm being careful to only get it where I want it, right? I don't want to put any on that bottom piece right there because then I'll have to deal with that. And I should have misted my paper already. One of the things I see people do when I'm watching online is they'll mist their paper and then they'll put it down on the surface like right away. Mist your paper and like let it chill for like 2 minutes, right? Because those fibers are actively expanding. So if you just mist it and put it on right away, you kind of miss the benefit of misting it. So you want to mist it and then let it relax a little bit. And then put it on so that you can take advantage of its extended state, if that makes sense. As you see, I waited a few minutes, and so now it's not doing anything. Like it's already expanded, so there's nothing left for it to respond to when I lay it down on my surface.
Did you get the warehouse stuff?
What warehouse stuff?
So Royce, keep yours for our visit to the warehouse.
Oh, yes, I got that stuff.
All right.
Yeah, we were talking about the exchange. I was saying I want to come and exchange. And Flea is like, no, we want to come shopping at the warehouse. I was going to bring stuff out of my stash, Flea, like my personal stash. I have stuff in here from way back when, like way back when. Way back when.
Chris Schmidt got her new Roycycled papers today. She said she's
Ooh, I can't wait to see what you make, Chris.
Elizabeth Geis, I used DIY liquid patina the other day. Did not care for it.
Really? That's what a lot of people like. I think it's just personal preference, right? Like everybody has what they like. Because a lot of the ladies use the liquid patina. Some ladies use, I don't know, because everybody has their brands that they like prefer. And if you already have that water-based sealer, then you can use that to both adhere and seal your decoupage paper, right? So you don't necessarily need to have a separate project for decoupage than you're using to already seal your paint. And so that's the benefit of using what you have. So clarification, Flea, can it be stuff that we've opened already? Can that be an exchange? Or does it have to be like new closed stuff? And Flea will have her own space in the venue for you guys to be able to go in throughout the course of the days that we're in there to be able to do your exchange. She's going to be in the groom's room. That room right there, babe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You guys know what I wanted to do in that room, but I couldn't figure out how to set it up. Do you guys remember, what was the name of that show on? It was on MTV. Oh, Lord, there's no more MTV, baby. Do you hear that? I'm really getting old. It was on MTV. It was the first reality show that I remember seeing. They all lived in a house together.
Real
Yes, it was on Real World. And they always had like this room where you could go in there and you could like make confession. Yeah, that's what I wanted that room to be. It was like a confessional where people could go in throughout the course of the retreat and kind of leave messages in there. But I just couldn't figure out how to have a device in there.
Lee says it does not have to be new.
Oh, okay. I'm way too excited. And then I have duplicates too, because y'all know what happens?
You know you can talk to like Randall.
Talk to Randall.
He's going to be doing some of your sound technique. So if you want like device placements and stuff like that, Randall knows how to do all that stuff.
I hadn't even thought about that, babe. Oh, we'll see. Look, Flea, I may have to misplace you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
He does all the video setups around town and stuff.
I know. I just hadn't even thought about him. And you guys, Randall was the young man who was in the venue when I was walking around. Was that week before last? I did a live from the venue. And oh yeah, because it was last Thursday because he was setting up for Gila Valley Idol. Yeah. Gila Idol. I'm sorry. I always say Gila Valley Idol. And so if you guys are new, I'm just sanding off the edges. This is why I always leave mine a little bit over, because I know I'm going to be able to sand off excess and I'm going to get a nice clean trim. And like this edge is not straight. And so even though it's not straight, I'm still able to sand off along the edge of the wood.
Lisa Mansell says she's trying to embed a piece of decoupage paper over another totally different piece of decoupage paper, and she's struggling.
So you're stacking paper on top of paper, right? Tell me what your struggle is. Let's workshop this. We'll do it live.
I was going to say, didn't you do a course on?
I did. Decoupage with Confidence course. I did do a section on decoupaging over decoupage. Yeah. If you guys are interested in my Decoupage with Confidence course, it is available at roycycledacademy.com. You know, I need to put the contest on that page too. I meant to do that. And I think I'm going to bug the guys to put it on my main website too. They hate to get an email from me. I know that they do. Oh, Lord, what does she want us to do now? And my paper should be drier. You really do want to wait until your paper is completely dry before you do this, so that you can get a nice clean trim. Now, if you want texture on your edges, then you can do it while your paper is still kind of wet. But otherwise, it's better if your paper is dry, like completely dry. I felt like this was a simple project that I was going to be able to get done. Oh, I think I'll be okay in our allotted time. I think we're going to be down to the wire, y'all, because Royce always does too much. And just because I'm too much doesn't mean that you guys have to think that your piece has to be too much to enter into the contest. I cannot wait to see everyone's entries. I did check before we came. The only entries was my test entry and your test entry. Wonk, wonk, wonk. It just opened today, I know. And I really didn't announce it until later today either. And if you guys have a past piece that you've done, you can absolutely enter it as long as you haven't already won one of my contests with the piece. So like if you won in 2020, don't put that piece in, because I'll know. Because I still have all of my stuff from 2020.
Joyce Wellman asks, where did you get your spray bottle?
This one, you guys can find it on Amazon. You can actually find it in my Amazon shop. I put my sticker on there, but this is just a misting spray bottle. It's the kind that hairdressers use. But we paint furniture, people absconded, you know how we do. We find our supplies that other people are using in other niches. But I started using my misting spray bottle years ago when I was painting furniture because I love blending. Oh my gosh, that was my thing when I used to paint furniture so long ago, even though I'm telling myself I'm going to paint furniture again this year. When, I do not know, but it's going to happen.
I hate to say this. Did you mention that if you're in membership, you get access to courses?
I did not. If you're in the membership, you absolutely get access. Well, if you join the membership, you get access to future courses.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. But I mean, so like my members who've been with me for a while, right? They have access to the Crafting in Color course. They have access to the Decoupage with Confidence course. But if you come on now, you don't get access to past courses.
You don't get free access.
No, you don't get free access to past courses, but you do get free access to future courses once you come into the membership, if that makes sense.
I mean, they can go view the courses. Just going forward, they're free.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I took the sander off my thing and then I still tried to use it. Crazy girl. Okay.
Yeah, Felice says I refer to them often, like the one on glass.
Inside the course or inside the membership. Because inside the membership, you have a library too, which I'm working on cleaning up. It's just hard to clean up 2 years of library.
That's the value of the membership is if you're working on something and you're like, wait a minute, didn't we talk about? Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then the memberships kind of lead like the subject matter too. The ones who are engaged have an opportunity to lead. Because like I want to say it was either Olga or Madonna, I can't remember. They wanted more information about faux mirrors. And so we spent like 6 weeks in experimenting with different products. And I mean, we all know how to make a faux mirror. Not all of us, but a lot of us do. But like just exploring what other options were as far as what other products you could use. Transfers, stencils, stamps, different color metallics. I'm trying to think of what all we did. Decoupage, obviously. And so we do these deep dives on different products, which it is process-based. I do want you guys to know that. Like when I show up here for you guys, it's usually project-based. We talk about processes, but it's really based on the projects. Inside the membership, it really is process-based because I want you guys to have enough information so that when you're working on your projects, you can pull from that information that you've learned inside the membership. I had one of my members, she posted a project she did 2 years ago versus a project she did recently. And she was saying how proud she was. And honestly, she like blended the edges of decoupage. And I think 2 of us in the membership were like, where's the blend? And she was laughing like LOL. And we're like, no, we're serious. We can't see it. Where did you blend it? She did such a good job. That was Kathy. And yeah, so you learn a lot, but it's the kind of stuff that I don't know. I feel like once you learn it, then you just kind of tuck it away and it becomes something that you have and you're probably using it without even realizing it. Like Rima was saying one day she was live and she was mixing paint colors and somebody was like, wait, are you mixing colors? And she had to stop and think about it like, yeah, I guess I am. But she had internalized it, so it was hers now, right? And so she just did it. And that's the kinds of teaching that I like to do inside the membership. The kind of fundamental things that you just tuck away and they just become part of your process. Okay, I think I'm all trimmed up. Your battery is running low. Oh, Lord, and my cord is in the house, babe. I'm going to go run and go get it because I know exactly where it is. I'll be back, you guys. Chat amongst yourself.
Play a video.
And oh yeah, I'll play a, well, it's almost low. We don't want to use any energy.
Well, it's going to keep going.
Oh, I know, but if I play a video, it'll use more energy, right? And don't be talking about me while I'm gone, baby. The laundry room smells like dryer sheets.
Yeah. I've been using them all day.
I know. Whew. I think we made it. Okay. I'm back. Y'all tell me if David was talking about me, right?
I gave up all the gossip.
All the gossip.
I told all your secrets.
You didn't have enough time to tell all my secrets, baby. Okay, let's quickly, let's get some paint on here. So let me get my gripping primer on this, and then we'll paint that. And then we'll come back and add our bonding primer. I will say that PintArt's bonding primer is one of my new favorite products. I don't have any clipboards in here. I took them all in for the whatnot sale. I think I sold them all, didn't I? All but one.
Close.
I think the only one I didn't sell was the one I didn't end up posting, but this bonding primer is really good. And you guys know I do not boast about products like randomly. And I'm going to just use a little bit of deli paper so I can move this out of our way. And I'm putting the bonding primer on because I don't mind if the paint is a little chippy, but I don't want it to chip off of the metal completely. And because this is supposed to be a little springy, I don't mind if there's like white showing through. Although I don't think that the milk paint is going to necessarily chip off of, excuse me.
Joyce Wellman, can't find the Amazon link. Can you tell me where to look?
I can. If you give me 1 second, I will put a QR code up for you.
Kathleen Hoovis, where's David? He went to the bathroom. If you must know.
Oh, a few minutes ago.
He was indisposed.
There was radio silence. Okay, let me see. Oh, wait, no, I'm going the wrong way. I really need to delete some of these assets off of here. I'm getting a little ridiculous. Amazon. Oh, so this is a QR code to my Amazon store. And you guys can find, and I have different categories in there, like my favorite. I think my favorite craft supplies is probably the one that has like the most stuff in there. Because what I'll do if I teach a class, I'll like make a category in my Amazon shop just for that class. Or I think I have one just for the membership with specific things we've used in the membership. But if you go to the general one, like my favorite supplies, that's the one that has, you know, all not generic stuff, but like the general stuff that I use. And I do want to show you guys a picture because I'm using a piece of the paper that I'm using tonight. Like it's not a whole sheet. So this is what Scrappy Masterboard looks like. So you get an entire sheet, 21 inches by 29 inches, and you get all of this yumminess. And so I know it's hard to tell when I had mine because I've used it already. But this is what it looks like in its entirety. Okay, so We're decoupage. Now I'm in a hurry. Let's get some paint on this. I'm going to use the Sweet Pickens in a Pickle is the name of it. Oh, that bright. The light is kind of bright. In a Pickle. And you guys will notice that I did not mix a lot of paint, and I really don't have to. This paint goes so far. And milk paint is another one of my new obsessions. I know it's been around forever. And I've used it before, but I don't know why. Like, I love it so much that I've actually, I'm working on creating new finishes to teach. Like, that's how much I love the milk paint and the options that it provides. I'm going to tell you guys a secret that some of you probably know already, but I actually collect pictures of rust and patina, like real pictures. Poor David. We're like on our way to Lake Havasu, and we stop at this gas station, and across the street, there is this building, and it's been clad in like these pieces of metal, and the metal is rusty. Oh my gosh. We're like over there in this empty parking lot taking pictures of this rusty building. That's how I knew he loved me. Oh yeah, and we took pictures of the manhole too. Poor David. Y'all pray for him. But I do legitimately, I take pictures of real rust, and then I like to think about how I can replicate that finish. And not just rust, but like patina in general, whether it's like chippy paint or, you know, I don't know. There's different things. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm going to dry this really quickly before I turn it over so that it doesn't run all over the place, because that's not the look I'm going for today. And then we'll get a second coat on the base. Excuse me. I should have brought some cough drops out here because I'm talking a lot. Do we have any questions, babe? Okay. You guys don't have any questions? Well, while I'm drying this, because, you know, you guys don't want to watch paint dry, I'm going to play a video. I need to do a new video for you guys. And 8 seconds. Literally. You've been thinking about it, watching the photos, the joy, the creating. Something inside you whispers, I want this. But maybe part of you wonders, is it really worth it? Let me show you what you're saying yes to. 3 full days of creating with other women who get it. All your supplies included. Quality meals from local spots and a swag bag valued over $100. Exclusive decoupage paper and stencil you can't get anywhere else. Time with me and a small group where you won't get lost in the crowd. A visit to the Roycycled warehouse, including retired designs, and right outside the venue, downtown Safford's Spring Festival. Music, booths, entertainment for anyone traveling with you. One woman told me this retreat was life-changing. You're not just signing up to meet me. You're stepping into a space that was built to pour back into you. If your heart's been whispering yes, this is your time. We'd love to see you there. I didn't realize I repeated some pictures there. The one picture there with Angie makes me laugh. So you guys know we've been joking for years about you guys sending David a kilt. And so Angie brought him a little doll with a kilt. You have that in your office, don't you, babe?
I do.
Are you playing Plants vs. Zombies?
I am not. It's too hard to do.
Excuse me, I am so sorry. And the reason why I want to dry this, because I don't want it to run anymore. And if I tilt it over and go to another part, it'll kind of run everywhere. So I'm going to get one coat on everywhere, and then we'll come back for our second coat. And I'm putting on thin coats because I don't mind if it chips a little bit, but I don't want big old chunky chips, if that makes sense. So I am putting on thinner coats. I've been playing with the milk paints to get to know it even better because I love it so much. And one of the things I've figured out is that the thinner coats are less likely to chip. Although we have one, who was it in our membership? And she said that she loves milk paint. She uses it all the time. And she's agreed to share with us about her knowledge for milk paint. I'm excited about that. We have guests inside the membership once a month, generally once a month. And sometimes the guests are actually people in the membership because everybody has their specialty. So I'm excited about the milk paint presentation. I need to align some new guests for this year because I think I went through everybody from last year. I want to say we had 9 or 10 guests last year. So not every single month, but most months. And generally they'll come and teach things that I don't know anything about. Instead of me trying to, I don't know. Because nobody knows everything, right? We all have our strengths. And I do have a little bit of paint going onto my paper, but I don't even mind that like at all. And it is 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven. Andy said she got lots of joy gifting that kilt. He legitimately has it on his office at work, Andy. I'm serious. Kathleen O'Brien thinks that it really shows the brushstrokes. I made this really thin on purpose. It really depends, Kathy. You can actually get a much smoother finish with milk paint than you can with other paints. If that's what you're like looking for, you just have to put on several really thin coats. Let me see. Do I have anything in here that I did with the milk paint on metal? I think I took it all inside for the whatnot sale. But some of the metal pieces that I did, it actually almost looks like a factory finish. It's so smooth. So it depends. And when I put my second coat on here, it's really going to hide those brush strokes too. And sometimes I pile it on purpose because I want that texture. But it is unpredictable. Like you can try to do the things. And if you don't like the crack so that it doesn't crackle too, that's an option. So I feel like having an option is nice. To either use it like it is and kind of deal with the unpredictable nature of it, or put the binder in it so that it lays down nice and smooth.
Kathleen, who the 7-Elevens, are they around anymore? Yes. And they bought, at least in Arizona, they bought Speedway.
I was going to say, isn't that what Speedway is now? I was just about to say
it's still
that.
Speedway, but
Yeah,
they're
but
owned
it's
by 7-Eleven.
I feel like the same 5 companies own everything right at this point. If you keep going up and up and up, you get to Ted Turner. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, West Coast was always Circle K.
Yes.
But 7-Eleven's everywhere.
Who owns QT? That's my favorite.
I do not know. A little white spot
on the top right there. I just did. I'll hit it with the second coat.
Oh.
It was like a stray piece of paper, and I went to go pluck it, and I made a white spot right there. Excuse me. I am so sorry, you guys. David, oh Lord, you mean that big old white spot right there? I thought you meant the little bitty one on the top. Oh. David bought tickets for himself because his wife is terrible. To go see a comedian, and so we went. Was that Thursday night, babe?
Thursday night.
And I felt so bad because I was sneezing. I hope nobody was offended. I'm sorry.
But you were worried people were bothered by your sneezing?
Mm-hmm.
You mean the drunk people who were yelling out during the show? You were worried about that?
Well, the people in front of me were not drunk.
No, they weren't.
But yes, the people next to us who got up like 50 times.
50 times. Although the guy was nice. He offered to change.
He did offer, but I wanted
he said he was going to get up a lot. I did not take him at his word. And then he offered to buy us drinks because he was being so. He was impacting our experience, which I thought was very nice of him.
Oh, I didn't hear him offer to buy us drinks.
I was like, no, it's okay, man. It's all right. I wasn't mad at him. I figured when he said we're going to be getting up a lot, I figured maybe once, twice.
Mm-hmm.
That man lifted the bar.
The one time I was trying to get out of the way is when the young lady said, I need to get up. I was like, let me move out your way because you look like you in distress. And I do not want to be a part of that. But did you enjoy yourself though, babe?
I did. Well, I mean, other than coming back at like 1 a.m.
I know.
And having to get up at 5.
David let me drive, y'all. You guys don't understand. David drives everywhere.
No. Don't you put this on me.
Okay, I like it when David drives.
David let me drive?
Well, I'm just saying, I don't mean it like that. I mean, usually if I say, babe, do you want me to drive? What do you say?
I say no, because I know you prefer not to.
Yes. So the fact that you said yes, I didn't mean it like that. Yeah. Like David allowed me to drive. It wasn't like that. The fact that he said yes when I offered, I knew you were dead tired. Acting like we young people going out of town on a Thursday night.
Thursday night. Oh, that's the last of that.
You worked at what, Carol, for 5 years? Now I'm curious.
7-Eleven.
Oh, a 7-Eleven? Oh, I can just imagine. That's kind of like working at IHOP at 2 a.m., I would imagine. Based online, not my personal experience, but I'm going to do one more coat on this bottom. What time is it? Oh, Lord.
It's time.
Baby, can I finish?
Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish?
I'm working really fast.
Who did that? Who is that?
I don't know. Is it Dave Chappelle?
Oh, that was Dana Carvey as Ross Perot.
Oh my goodness.
Wait a minute. Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish?
And who's the comedian we went to go see, babe?
Dave Attell.
Dave Attell. He was funny. And the guy who opened was okay.
I thought the guy who opened was fine. He was an opener, and
yes,
so he's learning his craft.
Yes.
Okay.
Pilot by day, comedian by night.
Yeah.
Get it?
Absolutely.
But the second one,
oh my gosh,
was just not funny. Okay. So we got all of our pickle green going on. I'm gonna set this one aside so we can work on our chingadera. Our little thing right here. But you guys see, I mixed a teaspoon of paint. Look, I still have paint left over. And this milk paint right here, I've done so many projects with it and I still have a lot left over. So like, if you're not sure about a color, you can get like a small thing of milk paint and see if you like it first, and you're still gonna get a lot of use out of it.
Kathleen Hoover says Circle K, isn't that a campground? No, that's KOA.
Yeah. And we have those too though.
Which is what? What is KOA?
Oh Lord, I don't know what it stands for.
Kings of Arizona.
Oh, is that what it stands for?
Yeah.
But they're all over the US now, aren't they?
I mean, that's my understanding is Kings of Arizona.
Really? I had no idea. Oh, I'd like for that to be a little thicker. I put too much water. I had no idea that was what it stood for. I remember I had one of my audience members who was here in Arizona. They were staying at a KOA, and she knew somebody here in Safford. It was so funny. I ended up having lunch with them at the Plank when it was open.
Lisa Vansel, David, we love your impersonations. I only do 2. I try to do a few others, but there are 2 that I can do. I used to be able to do 3, but my Reagan is pretty bad.
Is it pretty bad?
It is.
I can't do any. I'm horrible at impersonations.
I did one on the air. We just had nothing to talk about, and I did one, and it's loud, and it actually stopped the guy on the station next to us. So when those of you that have gone to Royce's retreat last year know, some of you came on my radio show, and you've seen our studio. Well, there's 2 studios right next to each other. Just a window separates us. And there's a guy on the air on that station. It's the country
on a
station.
different station.
And I'm on the AM station. And I had Kay from the chamber on. And we just ran out of stuff. And she goes, "You do any impersonations?" I went, "Yeah, I do one." So I did it, and it's loud.
Oh, Lord.
It's a loud impersonation. And it actually stopped Reed, and he can manipulate my soundboard from his. So he flipped it on to see what I was doing.
So everybody on Cat Cuts, you got to hear you.
Got to hear me doing Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh,
Yes.
Lord, have mercy for Jesus. So I cannot do what do you call them?
Campgrounds of America. Campgrounds of America. I'd always heard Kings of Arizona.
Maybe the person who changed.
Campgrounds of America makes way more sense.
It does.
So thank you, Krishna.
Why is it KOA though instead of COA?
Well, you know.
Oh.
I mean, just I don't know. COA is what, cash on arrival. So I'm assuming they didn't want that.
Maybe not.
Carol Kincaid says you can use milk paint as a stain also.
Yes, most of the quality paints you can use as a stain because you're actually utilizing the pigments in the paint, right? And so whether that's like a chalk paint or a clay-based paint, if it's something that has a lot of pigment in it, then you can use it. I cannot get any texture with my paint tonight. I'm kind of disappointed because I wanted it. Maybe I'll have to use Crackle over this too. I'm going to cheat. Okay, I think that's closer to what I want. I really wanted my clamp to look like it was old and crusty and not like it was brand new. Okay, what? 7:22. I'm not that bad. I'm actually gonna be just a few minutes over. Okay, babe.
And if I said no,
you can say no.
You can say it.
So we're gonna set that aside and let it chill out and dry over there. Now we have our paint. Oops, let me do this bottom. And I'm rushing through this project, so I know you guys see my little frayed bottom. I'll sand that later. We'll get to that later when I have my emery board. I couldn't find one right now. If you guys saw all the stuff that I have on my table, you would just be like, Royce, how could you not find anything? You should have everything you need on this table. And you would be right. I should. But alas, I do not.
Flea says I stipple on dry milk paint into wet.
Ooh, I'm going to try that, Flea.
And Lisa asks, what's the best way to rust a copper washer?
Try using vinegar. So copper doesn't rust technically. So if your washer, if it is a copper, it would have to have another alloy in it for you to get rust. That's why they use copper in like electronics and stuff like that, because it doesn't rust, but it will patina. But if you want to get to patina, try putting it in some vinegar. Or there is a toilet bowl cleaner that's used to get like lye, like water buildup off of stuff. Yeah. But Lysol is better. It's Lysol in the black bottle. And you can try that too. But I would try vinegar first. We have a copper mine here. It's crazy, you guys. So like my son drives a haul truck and they just scoop up massive amounts of dirt, like an insane amount of dirt. And then they go on these they go on the crusher convey, right? And then they go on the, what do they call them? No, they go on the belts, but they dump them on those big old pads. They dump them on these big old pads, and then they run acid through the pads, and this beautiful aqua fluid comes out of it, and it goes into I forget what they call it. It's like a room where there's just all that stuff, and they have these huge metal cabs. If you live in Arizona, you've probably seen them driving down the street with them, and they dip them. They're positively charged, and they dip them into this fluid, and all of the copper in the fluid like attaches to those. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. So that is done. I think I want to make sure we get to do a little crackle-lackle tonight. So I'm going to prioritize that. And I did want to talk a little bit about sealing your fine line crackle, because I think I may have led you guys astray. And this exercise is what led to my being a little dazed and confused at the Whatnot sale, by the way.
Kathleen Uva says, wait a minute, didn't you say last week you don't like painted hardware?
Well, I don't like, so clarification. I've seen furniture, like if you're painting a piece of furniture blue, well, someone, instead of taking the hardware off the furniture, they'll just paint the hardware blue just like the furniture. You know what I mean? And not like painted blue with something that's going to last over time. They just paint it with the same paint that they're using on the furniture. If you're that person, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to disparage you. It's just not my personal favorite thing to do. So that's what I meant specifically when I was talking about that. Painted hardware. Now, if you're going to take the hardware off and like paint it separately, you know what I'm saying? So where it's nice and neat. But I've just seen furniture pieces where they just kind of paint over the hardware. I don't like it. I'm wiping a little bit of that paint off the paper. I don't want it to look like it was accidental. I want it to look more like it's just integrated. And because it's milk paint, I can just wipe it with a little water. And the paper is sealed too. So when you're layering, sealing your paper does make it easier because you can just wipe over the top of it. So we know, or we've based on our experience, that the crackle works better over glossy finishes. So I'm going to start by going over my decoupage paper with a gloss product, if I can find it. Oh, what the what? That's ultra matte. That's matte. That's glitter. None of which I want. So that's the bonding primer. Oh, here it is. So I'm just going to be using, and this is Decoupage Varnish by Pentart, and I'm just using it because it's glossy. So if you have like a water-based medium that's glossy, then you can use that. I just think that the product does work better over a glossy finish, based on my experience. So if I am telling you something and Pentart says something different, I don't know. So let's just get gloss finish on both sides of this, and we'll dry it really quickly because my husband's giving me the side eye. I'm kidding. He's so not giving me the side eye. I'm just messing with him. Who's going to join me tomorrow for Mixed Media Monday? It's kind of early in the morning, but.
What time does it start?
At 9 a.m. Pacific. It's 10 o'clock my time. I figure if I have DeMar, that'll give me time to get back from taking him to school. But it won't be so long that it'll like be into my day. So I tried to pick a nice middle of the road time. Yeah, it's really not a complicated project. I guess it seems so because I'm doing all these extra steps, but you could be done right now, right? Like when I was doing my daily quick crafts that were never quick, by the way. I would like to point out, like if you're just starting, you could absolutely be done right now, and you could wax this and attach your clamp, and you would be good to go. You wouldn't even have to paint your clamp. You could have just left it the way it was. I do hate that I'm sealing my milk paint around the edges because I feel like it's going to absorb my wax a little bit differently than the rest, but there's nothing. I guess I could have been more careful, but I'm trying to hurry. And you do want your surface to be dry before you start your crackle-lackling. Oh, it's 7:30, babe. I think we're going to be okay. I'm probably going to be like 15 minutes over, okay? I would make you a chicken crisp for dinner, but we don't have tortillas.
No, I know.
I tried. Our tortilla, we have a local tortilleria. Like they make tortillas every day. And I am just bad because I do not eat any other tortillas. I'm just not doing it. So if the tortilla factory can't make me tortillas, I just do not have them. Which is the state of affairs at our house right now.
I know. Look, good looking too.
I know, because you brought me some fresh corn chips, which I appreciate. And I love going early in the day because you get them and the packages are still warm and they smell good. I think we had some fresh tortillas at the retreat, didn't we?
Yes, I went and picked some up.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're dry enough. I'm always pushing it. You guys don't push it when you're making stuff at home. Take your time. So this is step one. And I think one of the mistakes I see people make is that they put a really super thin coat on. So you want to have something that's going to be deep enough to crack, right? So, it's kind of middle of the road. You don't want to put it on too much, but you do want to put a generous amount on your surface so that you have something that's going to crack when you go over it with step two. So, and you guys know my theory is I don't have any little brushes though. So we're going to use
9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern.
Yes.
Is Mondays.
And that'll be Mixed Media Monday. We'll be doing mixed media. I will probably, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to lie to y'all because I'm thinking that we'll probably be working. Like if you could make a DIY art journal out of an old book, that could be a fun way to do something together every day. And periodically, I'll probably pick up like something else. It just depends. Y'all know me. I get excited and I see something and then there I go. And so I'm doing like short little strokes on here and you see that it's white. So I'm being generous with my product. I'm not just like putting a really super thin layer on there. And I do like to put some places that are thick and some places that are thinner so that I have like varying sizes of cracks. The thicker you put it on, the larger your cracks are going to be. And if I go back over this again, I'll actually disrupt the process. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it. And then we're going to do the other side. This project is kind of nice because I can work on both sides at the same time. So I'm doing little short strokes. And I am like doing little crisscrossy hatches a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know what I mean? But just...
Kathleen Newman says, what happens if you put on a bunch or too
much? I think you'll just get really big cracks if you put on a bunch. And, it's just a matter of saving. I don't think you're going to necessarily get like a benefit from putting on a bunch. You know what I'm saying? But the thinner you put it on, the more shallow your cracks will be and the smaller they'll be. And the thicker you put it on, the larger like your cracks will be. You know what I'm saying? Like the cell, if I think about a cell, you get the like smaller cells when you use it thin, and when you use it really thick, you get like really large scale. So if you wanted like really big cells on there, you could lay it on there super thick and you would get deeper, bigger cells of cracks on there. Now, I don't know what too much would look like. But I do believe I saw on Pint Art where she like basically used a spatula and she laid it on super thick. And she just got these really big, deep cells on her crackle. For me, I have a tendency to prefer the smaller, more shallow cells because I feel like that looks like crazing. And that's what I'm trying to mimic, is a crazing that you would see like on an old oil painting or on stoneware. I need to clean off my lid. I think I just glued my lid on there. I'll deal with that later. On this one, I always want to make sure that I stir this before I start using it. And I am out of popsicle sticks. Don't know how that happens, but I am.
Chris Schmidt, the crackle gets large and it takes longer to dry.
Yeah. And so I am just going to stir this. I want to make sure that everything is all mixed up in there really well. When you have it in person, you can see that there are parts that are cloudy and parts that are more clear. And so you want to stir it until it's all uniform. Because I think it settles when it's like sitting for a long time. And you do want to make sure that everything's integrated before you start using it. So you guys will notice I stir it almost every time we use it. Let me dry this, and then we'll put on the second layer and we'll dry that, and then we'll put on some wax, and then we'll be out. I will say this though, while we're drying this, I have led you guys astray a little bit. So I use wax on a lot of my home decor items as opposed to waiting for it to cure a couple of days and then sealing it with a solvent-based sealer. So if you're doing home decor and you're not worried about moisture at all, just putting wax over it is fine. But just know that if it comes in contact with moisture, your cracks are gonna like puff up a little bit and you'll end up with like texture on your piece. And it's gonna do that no matter how long it's been if it comes in contact with moisture. So if you are using, say, like a Lazy Susan, I would wait and let it cure and then use the solvent-based sealer over it rather than using wax. So see, what had happened was I was talking to Kathy at Vintage Dames and we were having a conversation during one of her lives and we were talking about that. And so I was like, oh man, because I used wax on the Lazy Susan that we did together. So I thought I would be smart and come in here and use some solvent-based sealer on top of the wax. Don't do that. I almost knocked myself out in here. I was dizzy for a few hours. So do not use the solvent-based sealer on top of paste wax. Don't do that. But you do want to like let your crackle just completely dry, at least 24 hours, and go over it with the solvent-based sealer, let that dry, and then you can put wax on top of it if you want. And then that way you don't have to worry about moisture, like causing your crackle to kind of lift up a little bit. Yeah, Karen, I love working in my art journal. It's my like, I don't know, it's my laboratory. I play in there and see what happens if, which is why I like this game so much, because basically what you're doing, you're like challenging yourself to use different products together, and then you get to see what happens if. What happens if, you know, I stamp underneath my decoupage paper? What happens if, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see together. So it'll be a bit of a laboratory or a lab for us to come and to exercise our creativity, absolutely, but also just to experiment and see what happens if. But I always feel like you can take, I don't know if you guys notice, but I feel like my creative style in a lot of my papers are like junk journal and art journal inspired, because I love the idea of taking that and putting it on practical items, like home decor items. I am trying to make sure this is completely dry, but I have some areas where I maybe have gotten a little carried away. It's a little thicker because it's still white, but I'm just going to go ahead and go over it anyways because my husband has to go to work in the morning.
Kathleen Nuga says, I was always taught wax is last.
Yes, wax is last, but you can use wax to seal though. So like when I first started using chalk paint, it was Annie Sloan chalk paint, and we sealed with wax. Like that was your final coat. That's what you use to seal your paint. And then of course, when I started learning more and more, my preference was to use a sealer for longevity and then to use wax on top of that, because it's just really hard to replicate the look of wax. But for this, I'm using wax to both seal it, right, and also to bring out the cracks. It's just that it's going to be like a home decor sealer, not like something that's going to be super durable against any kind of moisture or anything, if that makes sense. Because, if I'm going to make something and it's going to like sit on my wall or something, like, I don't know, I'm not going to take the same precautions as I would if I'm making something, like I say, that's going to see action, like a piece of furniture or a Lazy Susan, or even if it's a box I anticipate opening often, I'm going to be more mindful about how I seal that. But if it's something I'm going to create and put on my wall, like, it's sealed. Yellow and green make blue. It's sealed. That's what I just heard in my head right now, you guys. I'm so ridiculous. You guys remember that commercial for Shake and Bake? It's Shake and Bake, and I helped. Although we did not use Shake and Bake in my house.
No, we couldn't afford it.
Mine.
Bougie chicken.
Oh, was that bougie chicken? My mom just fried chicken, so we didn't have no Shake and Bake. Which, what I think about the fact my grandmother used to fry chicken in, a cast iron skillet on the bone, baby, and it would be done all the way through. I just never figured that out. And it wouldn't be soggy either. It would be crunchy. Like I never got the secret to that business. Probably because Dominique wouldn't eat chicken on the bone. So I was always cooking chicken strips anyways. So I wasn't highly motivated. My milk paint did not crackle at all. It does have some texture though. So I'll just wax this let's try this and then I'll wax everything together. Oh, Lord. And I'm going to have to use some little screws to attach this. I could glue it, but I really want it to be useful and practical over time. So I am going to attach it with some screws. And so I'll just screw a couple of pilot holes in there. And if you are like just now buying power tools, my advice to you, if you're buying like a drill, is not to get a regular drill. Get a hammer drill, because they have like extra torque and you can get more done. Because I don't like you guys, but my hand strength is not like super good. And with the regular drill, sometimes I'm like drilling something and the whole drill is like turning with my hand because my hands just are not strong enough anymore. But if I use that hammer drill or that torque, then it'll just activate extra gears and extra torque, and I can use that a lot easier. I love the sound of that. Clack, 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 when I'm working on something. Poor David, he had to deal with hearing it today because I was trying to figure out how to hang that painting. I was trying to figure out where I was going to hang it. So I'm already seeing cracks in this. Ah, that's the sound in my head whenever I see the cracks start appearing on my surface. The clouds part, the sun comes through, a dove flies away.
Kelly Newman, why did the paint not work on the clip?
So it worked on the clip. One of the things I was saying about milk paint is that it's unpredictable. And it really is. So it worked. I mean, the paint's on there. It's not going to come off. It didn't crackle. So there's no guarantee it's going to crackle. That's the thing about the milk paint. And I don't know why it didn't crackle. You know, say. That's why I'm doing experiments with milk paint. I'm going to try to see if I can be able to predict it a little better. And then we're going to have our demonstration inside the membership. So I might have more information after that. I do not have a lot of crack-a-lacking on this side. So I'm going to apply some more heat. Now, you guys have the benefit of time, right? When you guys are using your products. Although I do think that heat does encourage the cracking. And you guys see how I'm moving mine a lot. If you leave it in the same place for a long time, your paper could bubble. So don't do that. Keep your dryer moving. But I do see crack-a-lackins coming now that I'm applying heat to the surface. But I could set this aside and not do anything and the crackles would continue to form. So if you're working on yours, you may want to let it rest and then come back to it to seal it. And when you get the crackle kit from Pent Art, it does come with a dark paste that you can use instead of the wax. But I'm being lazy because I'm going to just wax everything because I'm going to wax my milk paint too. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. And she'd make, my grandmother, I don't know how she did everything. She must have been sipping on that Coca-Cola, baby, because she did a lot of stuff in a very little amount of time. But I remember Sunday mornings, we would have ham steak with gravy and homemade biscuits and eggs. It was insane, the breakfast spread on Sunday morning. So good. But not until after you were up cleaning up all morning. No, Saturday morning was cleaning up. Sunday morning, you had to go to church if you wanted to eat a good breakfast. I'm going to go through and just do a little bit of wet distress on this so I can have some freshness because I do want this to feel springy. And we know we have that white paint underneath. And I just put a little bit of water on this paper towel. And the milk paint comes off really easily before you seal it. Although it's not going to come off super easy on the top, on the edges, because I've already sealed it with the products we used on the paper. But just expose a little bit of that white. Oh, Lord. Okay, wax. And you guys know if you want to control, if I seal this first, I could go right over with the dark wax and it would be no problems. But if I go right over this with the dark wax right now, that really absorbent paint is going to suck up that wax, the darkness really quickly, and I'm not going to have any control. That's probably what I'm going to do on this one because I kind of want it to be darker, but I don't want this to get super dark because we use a dark color. So I'm going to start with some clear wax. I'm using DIY just because that's what I have on my table. You guys know what I did? I must have gotten desperate. I used my white wax for dark. Dang it, why did I do that? You didn't tell me not to do that, baby. And I can tell too, because you guys can see the dark wax goes all the way up to here. And this one is like barely there. So I'm going to have to, we'll see what happens. Ooh.
Kathleen Huvis, did you eat before or after church? We ate after. The kids were in charge of cleanup.
We would eat before church, and then we would have like a big supper, like kind of brunch after church. And then sometimes we go back to church. That's a whole nother conversation altogether. There's a comedian that has he says his parents drug him to church, drug him to volunteer. I was drugged too, baby. It's my granny's fault that I'm the way that I am, I think. And I have my little brush here that looks kind of ragged because it is. So I had a little bit of dark brush, a little bit of dark ink on there. Wax on there. So the good thing is I only have to wax it once. I'm going to let that sit for a few minutes and then we'll take that off. I'm using this little one just to get in tight areas. I do want to go over my crackle-lax though with the dark wax right away, but I don't want to use black. Can you hand me that white can right there, baby?
Which one?
The one that says Annie Sloan. It's on top of, you see Bree wax?
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that is another can. I need the can on the top, por favor. Thank you. Out of all my years of trying all different kind of things, Annie Sloan dark wax is still my favorite. It is just so rich. It's not just brown. It's like this really rich brown. I like it a lot.
What's your grandmother's name?
Rosetta. Rosetta High. My grandmother was very involved in the community, and she had a vision for what she wanted for her life, even though she had a 6th grade education, and she worked her behind off to make it happen. Her Heine. You guys see all that crack-a-lacking? And so that's what I want the dark wax is just to bring out that. Now, if I were going to be using this with something moist or in the kitchen, I did it again. Dang it. Then I would seal this first, right? And let that rest. And then I would come back in with, my wax. Now, if you wanted to bring out the cracks, you'd want to do that before you seal it because the sealer's going to fill in those cracks. Know what I mean? Because it's not that deep. I'm going to show you guys the paste that PintArt has that you can use with your fine line crackle. Dang it, I filled in my cracks with that dang clear. I'm going to show you guys the difference. So on this side, I went over it first with the clear brush by accident, and you can see the crackle, but it's just not as evident. This side, I went over it with the dark first. And the dark settled in right away. So I did not mean to do that because I wanted, but maybe one side will be more chill than the other. Try if I can see if I can push some more dark wax in there. And if you're using wax and you're using towels, make sure that you hang them up or you lay them out flat to dry. You do not want to throw them somewhere balled up because they can catch fire. Like they can combust spontaneously because they're off gassing. And if it's all balled up, it can't like disperse. So super important if you're using wax. If you even like back in the day when they used to, they didn't say wax your shoes, polish your shoes. The same thing. Shoe polish is the same because the wax does have solvents in it. I probably made this project way more difficult than it needed to be, but I think it came out super cute, and it's going to go really well with our decorations at but it's completely different though, right? Look at that side. Oh, I just love all that crackle. Of course, I'll take a picture you guys can see. And I think I'm going to put the clip on this side. Oh, and let's wax the clip really quickly. Maybe I'll do a little bit of clear, just so it doesn't get so dark. But there's no crackle on here, so it's just going to look like, you know, an old clip. I could have done the 2-part crackle, but we're out of time. So I'm just going to go ahead and wax it. There is some texture on here, so it'll still look like it's an old clip, and rather than looking brand new. And you guys see how I'm able to rub that and everything, and that paint is not coming off? It's because of that primer, that bonding primer. I'm telling you, I really do love it. I like it a lot. And Flea, I'm going to steal your idea of putting the milk paint as a powder. So now I have something, rather than looking, where's the package? Brand new the way it started, now it looks to me like it goes with this, right? I think it would have been weird if I would have used that brand new shiny clip with this project. But that is all I have today, unless you guys have any questions. And you guys remember, if you don't do complicated projects, it doesn't matter. Like, enter the contest. Seriously, enter the contest. It's more of an exhibition, really, than like a competitive thing. I just make it I make it a contest with prizes because I really want you guys to participate. And so whether you're going to be putting in a new project that you finished recently, or you have an old project that you did and you're super proud of it and you want to share it, either way works. The only projects excluded, it does have to have Roycycled decoupage paper as a major portion of the project, right? You can't have like a little sliver of Roycycled paper. I mean, you can, but like, it really needs to be a project that is primarily showing the Roycycled decoupage paper. And if you've won with the project in the past, you can't use it. But if you've entered it in the past and you didn't win, you can still use it. And I posted a couple of the albums on my page, and people are all ready to vote, y'all. They are ready. People are voting already. But I'm excited to see what you guys submit. If you have any problems submitting your project, please let me know. I am asking you guys to rename your files before you upload them. It helps me out so much. You can just put your name and what category you're entering, and that's enough information. And what it does is gives me several data points to make sure that I connect the photo with the right person, right? So I don't have a random photo floating around and not know who it belongs to. Flea is asking, could it showcase your stencils? Yes. Okay, any Roycycled product, we'll say that. Yes, stencils and or paper, you can showcase in your project that you're sharing. And Flea is asking the question for information because she's actually going to be one of our judges for our hobbyists. You guys will have your own slate of judges. I won't say the other person's name because I got to double check with her and make sure she's serious. And I got to find 2 more judges. I figure 4 judges will make it easier. And then if there's a tie, I'll serve as the tiebreaker. So unless we had any more questions, I think that's all I had tonight. Yes. All righty. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's project. I had a lot of fun making this. This color green is almost exactly what I want. I wish I could find something a little lighter. Like I want a jaded color. So if you guys know of a milk paint that's like a jaded green, let me know. Okay. All right. You guys have a good evening. And I'll be here again tomorrow morning for Mixed Media Mondays at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Good night, you guys.